God, that music is so good.
It's so good.
It is good.
I cannot not dance to it every time.
I know. Today is Monday, August. It's August, right? August
It still
22nd.
is.
It is August 22nd.
In the year of our Lord 2022. And today we are going to be talking about, as the League of Excellent and Extraordinary Negroes, Nope. My name is Jade.
I'm Desmond.
I'm Marcus.
And how are we today?
We're doing okay. It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I had to steal your thunder. That's what, I had to explain why I started pointing at myself when you said the date.
That.
Desmond,
Okay.
that's all right. That's all right. Today is Desmond's birthday. Yay!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Desmond.
Solid 48 years old. Old man.
So today we're going to talk about horror movies.
Yeah, we are.
Hmm.
Horror-ish.
It's not. Well, but is it?
But is it?
That's the first question. Is
What?
Nope a horror movie?
Nope.
Yes, but I mean, I certainly have some nightmares from it. You're just like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to forget that and sleep well.
Oh yeah. There are a
I'd
lot of
say
things
like
I cannot
90% suspense, maybe 10% horror. Like
forget.
it was a suspenseful movie.
But
I'm sorry, a house is dripping blood at some
yeah,
point. That's a horror movie.
But we know where
that's
it
a
came
horror.
from, though.
I mean,
Like
you
it's
know
not like
why.
it just.
You always find
it's-
out why in the horror movie. It's not completely nonsensical. It's just
We're gonna go back to
more
Amityville horror
explained
now.
in this movie. No.
I still have PTSD.
So the real question of the day is, what is your relationship to horror movies?
I have a love-hate relationship for horror movies. I hate them, but I do really enjoy going to see some of them. I will not see movies about like possession, like all these exorcism movies. I won't do it. But the one I remember the most growing up was Amityville Horror, because we were at summer camp and I was young, and they made us watch that in the little theater with everybody, and I was freaking the f out. I was not a fan.
That does not seem like something that you do to children.
We were out in the cornfields. This was like fresh air fun kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh, I
No.
was not a fan.
Oh God.
That is where the hate comes from. Yeah.
Marcus.
I have almost no appreciation for the horror movie. It's like I see the commercials when they appear around Halloween. I'm like, well, I'm not going to see that. My money is safe from Jason and Freddy and
Yeah. See, those are just cheesy to me now.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm just not a horror movie person. Like, my exception is for Jordan Peele, and like almost like that's the complete list.
I would have said M. Night
Shyamalan.
I think those are more suspense.
But I mean,
those into horror.
that only counts for one movie because I really only consider one to be really good.
Yeah.
So you really enjoyed Sixth Sense and didn't enjoy any of the other movies?
Oh no, I didn't enjoy it at all. No, it was scary. It was scary. That stayed with me for a long time. I think the first thing that I can remember being afraid of was, I don't know why, but all of my siblings were older and The Exorcist was on. So, it's funny to have the little kid watch The Exorcist, right?
No.
Negative Ghost Rider.
It's not.
That might be categorically abuse.
I feel it was. It's so traumatic.
Yes.
But then I also have this thing about Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. I don't know where that comes from, but that was a real fear for a long time. So yeah, I don't like it. Pineapples, I don't like it.
I did like Freddy Krueger though.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I never got. I just couldn't get into these things.
So
I don't know.
I don't blame you.
It's not
I
my
do not
wheelhouse.
blame you.
So first of all, let me go back into the chat because I'm only on one screen, so bear with me.
Oh, wow,
So we got some happy birthday from Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday from Chips Bawick. I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to leave it there. And then Tony. Hey, Tony. We missed you.
Yeah,
Talking about you last week.
We sure were.
Let's see, Tony. So you do like horror? I don't. Mm-mm.
Is that a clown? Nope, that's a ghost.
That's a ghost.
Okay.
That is a ghost. Ghost and blood. Yes, please. No, and I'm right there with Rhonda. Nope. And then let's see, who else do we have in the chat? But one, Nick Whitcomb. Yes, Nick. I have your comments. I will make them. Nick is stuck on a plane. And he also
Travel
says,
safe.
Ooh.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right. So, okay. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're gonna spoil the heck out of this movie.
We're gonna spoil this movie. If you have not seen it, please back away. Come back when you have, because we're gonna spoil this movie. So, Nope.
Still here?
You said what?
Sorry, it's a callback.
Okay, Nope. What do you know about Nope? Directed by the one, the only Jordan Peele. So, what were your thoughts about Get Out before we go to Nope? Get Out. What did you think about Get Out?
I really enjoyed it.
Really did like it. I really did enjoy Get Out.
It was
I
weird
enjoyed
enough.
It was very weird, and some of the most horrifying parts about it were just the experience of being black and watching it, and finding your friends that were not black, not seeing the same things you were seeing. Like, oh,
There you go.
That's dear.
That part.
I declined a lot of invitation to folks' houses after I watched that.
Yeah. And did you see Us?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Not
and
as
how
good.
was that?
It was okay.
Because I did not see it because it looked scary, and I won't see it. No,
it's not that scary.
No, it's too creepy.
It's creepy.
Okay.
Yes.
It definitely has some creepy parts.
Yeah. Lupita's eyes in that picture make me not want to look at the picture. So no, not gonna watch that. And now we're at Nope. Okay. So this is when I knew that I love Jordan Peele. This from Key and Peele, him riding around pretending to ride around on a horse and making a music video with all of the things that I knew exactly what he was talking about in the world of nerddom was just the most amazing and stunning thing that I had seen. And this is why I love Jordan Peele. This picture right here says everything.
I love Key and Peele. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So this part, it opens with this scene of this black man riding a horse, and it is the first image done. It's the first movie produced with motion. And Did you know? Were you aware?
Only
Nope.
from the marketing of this movie was I made
Yep.
aware of
Same.
this piece of film.
Yeah. And that is also why I love Jordan Peele, because it took something that was obscure knowledge, no one really knew. This black man is the first person captured on film, and highlighted it, and then that's it. Let's
Yeah.
move on to a horror movie. I don't know that it comes back in the film as a point of reference or need.
It doesn't really circle back, but I mean, it's just the family ties.
It's part of more of the commentary of the movie. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's the second thing you see when this movie starts. The first thing you see, and you don't really know it, is the inside of the spaceship. And this is the thing that you see, like, when it sucks things up, this is where stuff goes. And since it's called The Viewer, this is what's being consumed. I mean, you're taking it in, but it's also being lost. And the fact we don't know this person's name, I think it's the first thing he did in this movie that it's more poetry than it is.
Just blew my mind, man.
He went art
Coming out hard.
He made an artwork movie. He made an artwork movie out of a horror movie, and I love it. I love it. I really do love this film. I'm just spoiler alert. I love this film.
It's already given his score.
Yeah.
Nick, loved the tie-in of the first film in the Horse family. Thought it was really great the way to bring us into this story. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I don't think it needed to come back to it at all. I think show it, and now we're gonna move on because you didn't know it, so you need to know it. So now I'm gonna do this thing over here. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. So, who is the who in this film by Jordan Peele? Keke Palmer. Who will always and forever be Akilah to me. People talking about she's, this is her breakout role. No, Akilah and the Bee was her breakout role.
Yes.
And also, is she the daughter of Angela Bassett or not? Because she looks so much like Angela Bassett. It's like I mean, something. The genetics. Whatever. Okay.
Nick, thank you.
Yes, he has said this before. Keke Palmer is his cousin in his head. Yes.
That's where it matters. That's exactly where it matters.
Stephen Yeun. The only thing that I know Stephen Yeun from is The Walking Dead. He was the pizza guy.
He didn't a movie he was in won an Oscar though, and I cannot remember the name of it right now, but he's been in quite a few movies though.
He was also in The Twilight Zone.
Yes. He sure was.
Pizza Glenn. Thank you, Tony.
Yes.
Pizza Glenn.
Okay, another spoiler alert. Pizza Glenn got jacked up in The Walking Dead. So, man.
We don't have to go back to that.
Holy shit.
I thought it was over, and now I see things. This is the final season. Like, I thought we already had the final season.
I don't know, but Terry Crews is in The Walking Dead now. I think I saw that.
I'm going to move on. Daniel Kaluuya. Daniel Kaluuya, our punk brother from Black Panther. He's never going to live that down. And Brandon, he was disloyal. Hoes ain't loyal. And Brandon Perea, who is new, very new to show business, to the industry, very, very new. Um, yes. And also, so we've got Michael Wincott, which I remember I was trying to figure out what he was in. And I looked it up and then I forgot it again. Keith David plays the father, Otis Haywood, in the very beginning.
I love that dude.
Yeah, that's the part that messed me up. I'm still a little disturbed by that. And Donna Mills makes an appearance in here. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to me that the principal cast are all people of color.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. In all the colors. It's very representative. Okay.
It's a great cast.
It is a good cast. It is a really good cast. Anything else about Daniel Pereira? Yeah, I just thought I'd throw it in there because why not?
I mean,
okay.
If that works for you.
The cast is great. Everybody's cute. Everybody.
He's cute. All right. So, what did you think this was going to be when this started?
Well, I assumed just based off of trailers that something was going to happen to the dad because they didn't really focus on him in that. But how it happened, did not see that coming. That was very, very odd and very graphic.
Yeah,
very disturbing.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that they show if it's not a horror movie. Like,
right,
it takes a coin to the eye, and then you show it. Like, ooh,
yeah, and you're like trying to get him to the hospital, and it's like,
yeah, yeah, that was painful to watch because it was like was it a nickel or a quarter?
I think it was a nickel. Yeah, I think. And then you kind of go back and as you realize what's happening, it's just the alien crapping out stuff it doesn't want to eat.
Right.
Oh my gosh. She is so extra in this movie. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but it's made so much more because Daniel Kaluuya is playing so down. Like he is playing the straight man. And she is just like energy all over the place.
It's their relationship. I mean, you can see it in here. He doesn't have to talk because she's going to do all the talking.
Mm-hmm. As soon as she gets there on time.
I don't know that I've seen a character played as an introvert so authentically in a movie as this one, where it's just like, y'all, somebody come handle this.
That is true. That is true. He is very introverted, but also, I think it goes beyond just an introvert.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, it's kind of the nature of his work.
Trauma.
Definitely. And that's why that first scene with his father is so graphic. You need to understand his trauma on top of how he just handles his approach to life.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a profoundly different person in the scenes before all this happens, but he's definitely changed by it.
Mm-hmm. And I think even in this picture, you can see the weight of the grief and the duty and the responsibility of this legacy just all on his shoulders. But, his sister is there to do the stuff he can't do, which is why they work well. I think they work well together.
At this point, he is annoyed with her, and you can tell, though.
Like, she has a side hustle.
He knows he needs her to do her job.
She got a side hustle for her side hustle, but he also needed her to lay the groundwork for this is who we are, and this is why you have hired us.
Yes.
So
he is not a people person.
No, he's not a people person, and he needs that work. So,
But this scene here is the thing. Like, I am not a movie uh, scholar like that, but like this is where the callback comes from, though. Like in this scene when they do the reflective surface in the horse and it ends up kicking, this is the callback that shows up later.
mm-hmm.
You were asking about.
Yes, the things that come back. Well, and I was thinking more along the lines of that particular man and that being the first on screen, but I think with the horse and looking in the horse's eye, looking in the eye of the beast is the biggest thing that I took away.
Yeah.
Don't look him in the eye.
What I took away from this scene was like, this is a wild animal. It does not work on your Hollywood schedule. Y'all need to respect this animal, and you're not respecting the animal, not respecting the handler.
Right.
So
right.
What happened is y'all fault.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, don't walk behind him. Don't walk behind him.
Don't walk behind him.
Never
Don't
walk
show him
behind
that.
the horse.
I think we should. He said, I think we should take a break, and they're like, no, we're not gonna take a break, and spin the horse around. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they didn't
All of
understand.
that.
This family dynamic, though.
Scene was infuriating to me.
Because they're not listening. They're not listening at all. And he's the one that is the actual expert, no matter what, how much of a people person he is. He knew the horses.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying dumb things and doing dumb things. You're just like, stop it.
Yeah. That's how people are.
Yes.
But,
That's how they are.
What could he? I mean, if he could even muster the idea to yell at them, that wouldn't have worked out any better.
No.
Hey, I need you to.
Then he's just an angry black man.
Stand back. Yeah, exactly. And he get dismissed off that set with prejudice. Instead of just, oh, it's not going to work out. They were having the conversation with him and wheeling in the green screen horse.
Yeah. Yep. They were ready. They were ready just in case.
Yeah. You were going to say something about the family dynamic between these two?
Yeah, it's really interesting, and she has a lot of resentment in her that comes out later in the movie, especially around her horse and training it and all that stuff, and I guess because he was older, and dad, maybe even because he was a boy, dad paid more attention to him than her and all that stuff. So There's a lot of unspoken tension between those two.
Okay, so Nick, Nick, if you're still in the chat, what were you saying about Kiki and her performance in this movie? As I tried to pull up the long list of things that he said for me to say for him, because he was mad because he saw the movie and now he's stuck on a plane. And Kiki is my cousin. This is a quote from Nick. Kiki Palmer is my cousin in my head, and I love her. She was perfect. The rest of the cast was great as well, but she was the clear star for me.
I mean,
that is
I watched
from Nick.
some of Kiki's interviews promoting this film, and I feel like she had to contain herself to play this character.
This is her on 6.
But she, in one of the interviews that I saw her give, she talked about the how she resonated so much with Stephen Yeun's character being a child actor, and this feeling of always having to be on and on in a spot. And that's a lot of what we see when we see her doing things, is she just feels like she's just got to be on.
Yeah.
So that made a lot of sense. And there is Jupiter's claim.
So odd. So odd.
What a
Just
lovely place. Uh,
so weird.
But have you seen a place like this before? Have you been to this
Yes.
place?
pretty much like an amusement park. It
Out
just is.
in Nevada. Out, going to Vegas. Yeah. There's places like
Let's
this.
see.
You know, it's a section of Six Flags as far as
I
I'm
visited the
concerned.
Jack Daniels distillery, and there's a little portion of Lynchburg that looks kind of like this, with like storefronts.
Oh wow.
It's not this cheesy, but
Yeah, this is a bit on the nose, but also perfect. And I don't know if you all do you know Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was alone in the
I
world.
have no appreciation for it, but I've seen it.
Okay, because there used to be a Bob's Big Boy downtown, and I loved going to Bob's Big Boy because it's just this huge. It's that guy. That's who Bob's Big Boy is. But yeah,
Just holding a hamburger though.
right. Just the hamburger. Stephen Yeun and his wife, they have this, amusement park outside of Los Angeles
With all their kids.
with all of their kids, the creepy kids.
I wanted to ask you about that part.
They only got a few scenes.
Yeah. When they
Oh,
came
the
out.
fake out scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. This is getting. Oh, okay.
Yeah, at that point, when the kids come out with the masks looking like aliens, I really thought, oh, see, I knew it. I knew this was going to be one of these creepy movies. But
that was creepy as hell, though.
It was.
It was well done. It was
like,
really funny.
Clocks one of them.
Yes. Like Will Smith in Independence Day.
But even more creepy than that is his whole story.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so this chimp.
But we're talking about Gordy now.
Chimpanzees are evil.
No, they're animals.
No,
and people keep treating them like they're people.
They are evil animals. Chimpanzees will eat their own. They're crazy. They're crazy.
Given the right sort of set of circumstances.
Well, then let's dress one up, put it on TV, and make it serve us tea. That'll be fun.
Right?
No.
What?
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Yeah, but his I guess flashing back and the trauma that he has not resolved.
A lot of trauma.
But what did you think of The Room?
Oh, the room behind the wall?
Yeah. That he charges people to see.
Unresolved trauma fighting super hard against his desire to be a celebrity and to have something other people don't. He's really fighting himself. Because, I mean, you can see it in every scene he's in. He's kind of got that little middle distance stare.
Yeah.
Where he's still under this table his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
That scene right there, that was crazy.
I mean, he keeps the shoe.
Yeah.
That's standing in
shoe.
Like, for me, the thing that's most interesting about the shoe is not that he keeps it. It's that he keeps it in a glass case and he keeps it standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no reason he couldn't just keep that shoe and just sitting down in the glass case or sitting down in a box under the floorboards. No, he keeps it in exactly the way that he saw it when he was under the table. So he can't move on from this moment. Like, the fact that it's standing there is a little weird, but I mean, she could have just caught her shoe trying to run away on a piece of the set, some tape or something, but he keeps it exactly the way that he saw it in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that's the way he has to feel when he walks into that room and sees it again. Now, what is he trying to do with that trauma?
Well, he's already cashed in
I
on
don't
it.
know.
Right. So in the comments, Tony
That did-
knew that it was a lot for folks, but he still loved it. But yeah, he couldn't even tell his version of the story, but deferred to because he can't deal with it.
Yeah.
He has not processed that trauma. He can't even put it into his own words. He doesn't. Who deserves to hear his trauma from his own words? Just because he's famous and he was there? No. He watched 3 people die horribly. Well, 2 people die horribly. Another person get grievously maimed. And then he watched the monkey get shot right there. He worked with that monkey. I don't think he was friends with that monkey.
Well, I mean, Rhonda thinks maybe he was thinking that he was the one that could stop.
Not Bubbles. Not Bubbles.
Bubbles is Michael Jackson's monkey.
It is.
It is. It
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Was. Is it a was? We don't know.
I don't know.
Is it was?
Probably.
I mean,
Probably.
that was a long time ago. But
It was.
Yeah,
I mean,
chimpanzees don't.
they don't
They
die.
don't live forever.
I mean,
but they don't.
they live for, But
So,
anyway, we digress.
there's a theme of exploitation here, right? So the chimpanzees being exploited and used as a prop, basically. And then it kind of goes back to now Stephen Young's character is basically doing the same thing. Like he's trying to profit off of something and make it a showcase for this extra planar thing that's happening.
Rhonda agrees with you. He's going to tell a story, but he's not going to tell it for free.
Hell no.
And you're not even getting the whole story.
Right. They're going to get a piece of the story.
I mean, y'all know he was there. And he ain't telling you nothing.
I mean, how many people did that chimpanzee kill?
There were still people up in the audience, like hiding. You could see them moving and like trying to duck behind the chairs and stuff like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
I thought that scene was shot interestingly.
You thought it was what?
So the way it was presented on screen, you don't really see the monkey attack anybody on screen. I mean, you see like one body, but you don't see the actual impacts, and that's
worse.
It is worse. It leaves it to your imagination, but it's also a deliberate choice. They clearly have the money and the budget. They could have done anything. They could have showed you very vicious up close stuff, but I think pulling back there was an intentional choice.
Because if you show it, it's the monkey's fault. It's not the monkey's fault.
Not even that. It's not even that.
He's a monkey or an ape. Monkey? Ape? I don't remember.
He's a chimpanzee.
Yes.
I think it's more commentary in the spectacle. Like, do you want to see that? You question yourself. Did I want to see more?
No, I did not want to see it. No.
But there are definitely people who did.
Hearing it was enough. Hearing the impact, that was too much. And it went on. And then he jumped over the sofa and got somebody else. And then he came back and he kept, oh my God, that poor girl.
Yeah.
That was.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but
that was
the girl,
crazy.
The sister or whatever. She got the worst end of it because she's still alive, living with all that too.
But so many people are chasing celebrity, and she's even after she had this horrible experience, she shows up to Jupe's Park, which had to be quite an ordeal getting there.
I'm just gonna show her. Oh my God, it's just horrible. Yeah. It's just horrible.
Was she in a wheelchair there,
or did she have a scooter?
I think she
had something. She had some sort of mobility aid, which means it took a lot to get her out to the middle of nowhere. Come see the Star Lasso experience with 15 of Jupe's closest friends. And she was there because that's still the little bit of celebrity that she had. She's there with a picture of her face
on her shirt.
but people will recognize her and want to talk to her. It's just like, why would you want that? Why would you go do that?
Wow.
You're supporting your friend, but I don't know if I would. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
calling again. I think I'm gonna hang up and try. Please forget my number. Don't call me. We're
Right,
done with that
right.
part of our lives.
Oh my
I would
God.
like to move on.
But she's so
Okay.
disfigured. Like, what else does she
Yeah.
have? Oh my God.
What?
That was, and I thought, so from the trailers, I thought that was the alien in like a horse, like coming down and taking on the figure of a horse or something, because they're dealing with horses. I thought that was something, but no,
It's
this
just
was worse.
another fake out, and it was pretty well done.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's integrated into the story. It's a fake out. I like it. I like it as a fake out, and I really love it as a character design moment.
Right. He got me. He got me good. So, I forget the character's name.
Angel.
It is Angel. Angel.
I told you I love this movie.
So the brother and sister, they have discovered something and want to get it on camera. Go to the Best Buy or whatever, Fry, and
Surprise! It's a real electronics.
It's a real
store.
place.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And it was. It's no longer.
Yeah, I believe it is no longer.
I think they're still around out west.
Okay.
I don't know if they still exist.
But he joins the journey.
Yep.
For no real good reason.
Other than bored with his life.
He is hella nosy.
He is hella nosy.
And he knows that something is going on with these two. So yes, he joins the journey.
They came to buy some serious audio video equipment with battery backup, which nobody needs anywhere. And then they want independent backup on it. Yeah, he knew they was up to stuff. He's already got an interest in UFOs. He's like, what y'all seeing? You want to look at the sky? Yeah. He was definitely, I mean, I understand this character a lot. I have worked with this person. I share a few traits with this person. I don't have a crypto rig in my house, but this character does. They show it when they go to his house. He's a very familiar character. He's hustling too, just in a different way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Than Emerald's character is.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like the penny that like they want to buy Angel, like
five stars, Angel, 5 stars.
Yeah. Tell my manager.
You're gonna
that was the best.
And then he's
was so real. That was so
monitoring
real.
after they told him not to.
Right. And then he comes back. Like he knows that something is going on. He knows something's going on.
Is this gonna take more than an hour? I see you. I get back I gotta go pick up some stuff from town.
But that's also that chase for fame too, right? That he knows there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants, it's a way for him to possibly be famous.
He wants to be part of it.
Yeah.
Like the guy from was it TMZ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is heavily implied he's from TMZ. I think if you had a lawyer, you walked right up to the line. You mentioned TMZ, but he didn't confirm he's working for TMZ. He's clearly working in a media capacity.
I thought that they were going to use that helmet for something, like just take it off his head and use it.
I mean, why? I think it did enough. This helmet is a callback to the shiny ball that they showed the horse, and it's enough for the monster to devour him.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Flying off that motorcycle.
Right.
He's another person who does not listen.
Right.
Because they are chasing fame. and money.
That's running through.
In contrast to this gentleman here, who like sits and makes these nature videos of predators and prey and all this stuff, and I don't know that he really cares about the fame. He wants
the perfect shot.
Yeah.
He wants the perfect shot, but
the perfect shot.
They had to go old school.
He's a very interesting character in this movie for me, because he's already achieved the kind of status all the other characters are chasing, but he's clearly not happy.
Right.
And one of the things I wonder about was this Jordan Peele kind of self-inserting, because like when you think about Jordan Peele's career, he went from doing comedy, sketch comedy, where he was, black people cable TV famous, to doing these big pictures, and Get Out was his first thing. And I don't know, he's like the dog that caught the car. It's just a massive success. It raised his profile much higher.
Yeah.
And now anything he puts out, he can just pick up the phone and call anybody. They're going to come do it. He's got expectations to live up to for every project he ever does in the future. And is he going to be able to live up to it? Is his art good enough?
I enjoyed the Twilight Zone stuff he did.
I did too. Yeah. But I think that he's self-aware enough to know that, I think that he's self-aware enough to know that if he just does what he wants to do, that we're going to watch it and we'll probably like it. Because if he stays true to who he is, that's generally a better outcome than if you are trying to appease or to clout chase. And so far, doing the things that he's passionate about have served him well.
And that's the other thing. This character is not clout chasing either. He's already got the status.
Yeah,
so absolutely. He's trying to top himself.
Right.
He's trying to do work worth his time.
Right.
Like Rhonda said, the white whale. Yeah.
Yeah,
that perfect shot for him.
When you see him making a commercial in the beginning, he's there,
dead
but
inside.
Right.
He is dead inside.
Well, he said, I do one for them so that I can do one for me.
That's a real thing in Hollywood, apparently.
So. That's what he said.
What did he say to Emerald? Is this thing you're chasing? I don't have the whole quote. I don't find it.
While you do that, I'm
yeah.
going to go here. Oh, but I'm going to go back to that. This was just a beautiful shot. There was just so much in this scene, being out in the desert, that I just, it was just beautifully done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got lost in that moment. It was just beautiful. Made me feel like, reminded me of something from the 80s. I don't know why the 80s, but that's what I felt like when I watched that.
So, can I just add that Stephen Young's character, like the way he's dressed, this is all about the show. This is not about anything real. This is just about the presentation.
Oh,
right?
I love it.
And I thought about this after watching this. I was curious, what came first? Did he have Jupiter's ranch,
Jupiter's Claim,
and then Jupiter's Claim, thank you, and then found out that there was something weird, or did he know that there's something weird and kind of just made this place where he was going to,
it
exploit
definitely
this thing?
Seems like he had the claim first, because the entire theme of the place would have been different.
Right.
True. That's a good point.
It would have been space themed.
And he said, this dream you're chasing, it's one you never wake up from. Now that he's
got
that success, he's got eyes on him. He's got expectations.
But the detail
I know.
in the jacket.
It's so great. It's so ridiculous.
That's great. That is great.
It was just so in your face. This is what this movie is. This is what's going on. It was just so on the nose. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Don't know how to feel about Jupe when he finds that they've stolen his training dummy, and he invites them to the Star Lasso experience right then. It's like, okay, y'all stealing stuff from me. Why don't you come watch your horse get eaten by an alien? Let's go. Come on, I'm inviting you to come see this. Like, why would you do that, Jupe? How much could that thing cost?
I don't know if that was even the intention.
Hiding the fact he's been killing their horses from them. But at this point, he's choosing to show it as an act of pettiness, revenge.
I didn't take it that way.
I don't know how to take it. Why would he do this? I mean, good for them. They didn't show up, but
I don't think he's even thinking about what they think. Because it's his show.
It's his show, but they're providing the food. They didn't know they were catering the show. They're finding out in real time. I don't know. If they see the back of this thing, they might figure it out.
I don't know. Oh, no. Yep. Sorry.
Oh. I mean, you can just make that your screensaver.
No. I forgot she was there. No.
There's a good 15 people who don't work there in the audience.
Yeah, that's
there's not a ton.
But those people are that was just, it was so disturbing. They're just gone.
Yep.
And he's looking up. Now, I don't have many more slides, but this
Gordon was right.
This how the alien goes from this to this cloud thing.
Yes.
I didn't understand that part.
Why not? It was great. That part is the sickle you've been waiting for the entire movie. It's like he promised you a good time. And most of the movie is so austere, it's so pulled back, it's so restrained. You're getting close-ups of people, you're getting wide shots of desolate land. But then when you get to the alien stuff, it is pure magic. It's just like
Gordy was right, Tony.
That's the thing. Gordy doesn't have any more morals. Gordy is a wild animal, just like those horses, just like
not
this
just
alien.
Like those horses,
and everybody's trying to make money with these animals and not considering that this animal will kill you. And not mean a thing about it. Just like, oh, you were in the way.
I have to show Rhonda's. Those people were house poop. Yes, they were house poop. At the point where this alien knows that these people know that it's there, and it is defecating on their house. Like, wow.
It's marking its territory and telling you it's the alpha around here.
Right. That's really it. It's the equivalent of peeing on a tree.
There's not a need to get really deep about what the creature's motivations are. It's a wild animal.
Hey, Jade.
OJ figures it out. Nobody else really gets it.
Did you watch 10 Cloverfield Lane?
That was a scary movie, so no.
It wasn't scary, but this movie had reminded me a lot of that. There was a lot of subtext. There's a lot of things that you don't see, and then you finally see it at the end. And you're like, okay, I guess that's the thing.
Let me answer that question again. Nope. Yep.
Oh man, J.
Whew.
Nope. Kiki
But, like,
with some
get some hang time.
aerial footage. Yeah. I don't know how she survived all of that. But
Tony's with me. Thanks, Tony.
it was yeah. Okay, but her stunts. Her stunts were epic.
But it was another callback. She said I do motocross and all that other stuff.
But, and it's more of a callback than that. This is the Akira slide from the anime.
It is. It sure is.
It's so
good, call,
good
man.
though.
Good call.
Yeah.
Which has been done so many times in movies.
It's been done a ton of times, but I don't know if I've seen it live action done this well.
No.
Do I need to go back to Jordan on the horse with the sword? That is who he is. Of course he's gonna put that stuff in there. Yeah, she's flawless in this role. I don't know what category. What category is it gonna be? Is it gonna be in a drama?
Oh, for nominations and things? I have no idea. I have no idea.
She needs something for this.
They need to make a new category and call it the Star Lasso Experience.
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel like she played herself. Like, it's just high energy. Just.
But I think that still work. That's
Sure.
Because that's not who she really is. That's her on.
Sure.
But he said when he wrote it, he didn't have anyone else in mind except her.
And that shows.
Yeah, it does. Okay, final slide. So, is he alive at the end of this movie?
I do not know. And I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
Maybe Jordan couldn't decide whether he should live. Because he shot it so specifically. Like, he's under a sign that says out yonder, and he doesn't move.
Yeah.
The horse doesn't move. The shot doesn't linger.
I think he is.
But
I think he's alive.
I want to believe he's alive because nothing else in this movie has been that kind of supernatural. Everything's had a logical, reasonable explanation if you just take into account there is an alien monster in the sky that can swoop down and eat you.
But only in this valley.
But, I mean, that's just the hunting ground it's chosen to stick around to. Yeah. But, like, the fact that he's kind of hazy with the smoke from, I don't know, helicopters, the news crews, Jupiter's claim going up in flames, who knows? Something is happening where he's not entirely visible, but there's an explanation for it.
I think he's there. He's just mentally like, I'm done. I'm checked out right now.
Again, I feel like it's poetry. Like, he's not sure if he's alive or dead, so leave it to the audience to decide. Do you feel like he deserves to live? I mean, he does.
Decide yes.
He definitely deserves to live, but
yes.
But he made the choice to sacrifice himself for his sister in that moment, and that's not. You want to respect that.
Lucky and OJ were the only ones that knew.
I think it was Jean Jacket.
It was Jean Jacket.
But yes.
That's great.
I'm with you, Rhonda.
We're with you.
I'm with you.
So Rhonda says yes. Tony, do you say yes?
I think he did.
I think so. It wasn't. I don't know. You said he was riding to that spot, and then she looks at him.
She does look at him, and she actually closes her eyes and makes sure to open them again to make sure she's not dreaming. But
Tony
is that enough? Is
yes.
that enough?
Tony says yes.
Because she kind of.
I say yes.
She doesn't just look at him. She looks at camera. She looks directly at the camera.
Well, I mean, that we're in the line of the camera.
We're in the lot. I guess so, but there are no other eyes to the lens shots. It's such
Marcus
a good
is
movie.
dead set on this guy.
Right.
Dead.
Right.
I'm
He's
not.
dead.
I'm
He's
not.
dead to
I'm
I don't
Marcus.
want to talk about it no more. He's dead.
I'm not. I want him alive. I do.
Dead to me.
But he made it so ambiguous, and I think he did it on purpose.
I think he has to be alive because he did the things he needed to do to be like a hero up until that point. Like he did the things.
If he's alive, the alien chose to keep him alive, like he broke it like a horse, something like that. In which case, how much does that take away anything from what Emerald's done with Jean Jacket towards the end of this movie? I don't know. I love this movie.
Okay. Answered the question already.
Not, I haven't completely answered the question. I haven't explained everything.
It's
not possible.
Just plain,
not possible
just
to explain
plain a
everything.
couple.
Marcus,
things.
I will say I'm loving the enthusiasm.
Okay.
I could feel it from you right now.
I mean,
like you really.
It
We
kind
don't
of
have this
felt like
level of enthusiasm when we talk about Discovery.
this kind of felt like a mix of a Star Trek and a Twilight Zone experience with just better performances than a movie like this typically would get, and more nuance in the storytelling. I mean, what is this movie about? It's about movie making. It's about Hollywood. It's about celebrity. It's about class. It's about status. It's about grief. It's about animal cruelty. It's about the media. It's about just like how much consumers want from actors and directors and people they have no right to expect this much of their lives from, and just what that consumption does to people, what the chase for this status does to people. It's not 3 hours long. I mean, how can a movie be about all these things and be shot so well and told so well? They shot this movie on film. They didn't shoot it digitally. They shot it with IMAX cameras. It's actually a plot point in the movie. It's like the medium is kind of the message here. To shoot on film is craft, a choice at this point.
I love it. Marcus is all in. I love it.
I went
so you mentioned all
in
those
on this
things
movie.
that's in this movie, and one of the things that I love is none of it focused on race. Not really. It had nothing to really do about race. Whereas, there was a lot of racial context in the first two movies that he did. This one was just about people.
Right.
People, the human experience, I guess we'll call it. I really like that about it.
But the thing that I loved the most was that he starts off with this point about this black man that no one knows about and should be recognized. I'm going to tell you about this man, and then I'm going to go make this movie that has nothing to do about being black. But somehow, in the middle of all of that, he makes the blackest movie just because he lets the characters be the characters. Because Kiki, when she's looking on the camera and she's looking at her brother, she's like, this. like that was a real moment, and you knew exactly what she was saying, and you knew exactly what she was thinking, because it was the blackest thing on film.
When OJ goes to get out the car and he can see the alien, he's like, nah, never mind.
Like, nope.
Nope.
That's probably my favorite part of the movie.
He locked it.
And I'm just gonna sleep here. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Those little subtle things that he doesn't have to explain why he reaches over and pushes that button, and we know, and we laugh because we understand exactly what he's saying.
Yeah,
I love that. I absolutely love that.
All right.
Okay. I didn't even get the part where they just took everything about alien invasions and just co-opted it into the story. It's like, there's not like a light that sets you up. It's just a tornado.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I know.
I think I know what Marcus's score
you
is.
want a score from 1 to 5. This movie is an 11. You need to go watch it today. I wish I could have seen it in IMAX, but they stopped showing it in IMAX here. And like the
Oh,
closest
I
one was
did see it.
Atlanta, and I definitely thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it in IMAX. It was
I mean,
worth it. It was worth the money. I'm gonna give
it's
this a 4.
screaming at you to see this in IMAX.
And my biggest takeaway from it is I wanted more from the alien, like what the alien was itself,
Mhm.
and I didn't really get that. It's once again left to the viewer's imagination. A lot of stuff around the alien, but I was still there for it. I enjoyed it.
I mean,
Nick. So
Marcus does not like my answer.
I know. I'm just going on because
You're like,
Nick said, I love that it was just a good ass alien movie. That's Nick's words. It's a quote. No preaching, no underlying themes, just a good alien movie with black people.
I said 4.
You gave it a 4?
I gave it a 4.
I mean, he's like, where did the alien come from? Are there more of them? Are they coming back? It doesn't matter. That's not what this movie was about.
And I like the fact. I like the way that the alien transformed and then revealed itself.
I wanted it to be more alien and not look like a kite.
It was really freaking alien, though. There's not a maybe a jellyfish shares some of what this looks like, but jellyfish don't float in the air like this. They don't have the ability to shapeshift like this.
Yes.
I don't know. I really enjoyed the alien design.
Mm-hmm.
And thought they achieved something.
And Tony made a point. I was going to go there. Jordan, when he kept talking in the interviews, Jordan kept saying he wanted to make a movie about spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that alien revealing itself at the end and being something completely different was so spectacle, and I loved it. I loved it. Rhonda, you 500?
500 plus. Yeah, see,
okay.
That's a good score for this movie.
Okay. Power levels over 9,000.
Right. Tony, 5. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Rhonda. Desmond, you said 4. Marcus, you said 11.
11.
I'm just gonna say 5.
Okay. It's
I'll give it 5. I might say 4.5 because
people who don't like horror movies.
No, I'm gonna go down to 4.5 because I was scared, and then there were a few things that confirmed that I should be scared, and then I felt like he was laughing at me because he knew I was gonna be scared. So I'm gonna say 4.5.
Okay. That is a respectable number.
Or Jordan?
For Jordan.
Oh, okay.
He was laughing at me because he knew when those things came around the corner. Like, he knew.
Oh yes, that was very intentional.
That was the creepiest part of the movie.
I don't know. It's neck and neck with the entire Star Lasso crowd getting eaten. That one, that
was crazy. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the alien amplifies your screams for the rest of its food. That's terrifying. I did that. That's gonna live with me for a very long time. That's messed up.
That's
messed up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm starting to. I was thinking about it again, having those tics. Like, oh my god, I hear that.
Feel free to show that lady's face again one more time.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the lady's face.
The only name they gave to the alien was like, well, OJ and Emerald call it Jean Jacket, but Juke called it the Viewers. Like, and that's a terrifying thought. Like, that's how Jordan sees us. Just mindless, all-consuming monster. Taking in everything around it.
Yep.
Well, the mouth was it looked like
it's defining
the lens.
The lens of a camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the lens of a viewer, but it's also it consuming everything and spitting out anything it doesn't like.
That's what we do.
Yep.
Just get grounded machine.
4.5 stars.
I'm just trying to. I feel like they were trying to say a ton of things in this movie, and they
4.1.
succeeded for the most part.
That's it.
But I'm
That's as high as I'm going.
still trying to figure out what else I missed.
4.1.
Marcus didn't even hear what you
I know.
said.
I know. He is
I'm
super
excited.
excited, and I love it.
I'm
I
ignoring
love
you
it.
because you want some of the detail that, like, if this were a season of television, you'd get. Like, oh, where did it come
No,
from? Are there more?
that's not what I'm
Does it
saying at
live
all.
underwater? Did it come from the moon? Where?
I care about those things. I can make it up in my head. I
can.
wanted it to look like more of an alien than what it was. That's all.
I,
That's
I,
all I
was,
was
I
saying.
was good with what it looked like because I don't need any help in creating images in my head. So what it did, it was fine.
I think it was specifically made to look like a classic UFO as another
Mhm.
fake
Yes,
out. Like,
absolutely.
oh, it could be anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. And then once it transforms, you're like,
leave me
what is
right there.
this?
Right. Yep.
I loved it. I
Okay.
did.
Yep.
Oh, so Tony wants to know, Marcus, how many times have you seen Nope? I'm just going to assume that you're talking to Marcus.
I have only seen it twice.
He's only seen it twice. You know, I only saw it once, and that's about it.
Oh, you
And
did
we're
with
proud
once?
of you. We are very proud of you.
I don't know. I did not. I was not excited about going to see this because I was scared. I don't like scary things.
I've seen it once, and then I watched a bunch of YouTube interviews with the cast and Jordan. A bunch of reviews for people who should not be reviewing this movie because you did not understand it.
Mm.
Is that
And
a
that
shot
part.
at me?
Look, I'm coming for YouTube.
Danger
Y'all do
close,
not understand
Marcus.
this movie.
Danger
Oh
close.
Lord.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. Danger, Will Robinson.
They don't know where I live.
Okay. So as we close out this conversation about Nope. So next week, slight change of plans. We're going to talk about House of the Dragon.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because the season premiere was last night.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have to talk about episodes 1 and 2 next Monday.
Okay.
Marcus, are you watching House of the Dragon, also known as Hot D?
I am not a Game of Thrones fan.
You don't have to be a Game of Thrones fan because this is House of the Dragon.
That. Yeah, but it's gonna have the same kind of production design. It's gonna have the same kind
but
of.
You don't know that. You don't know. You've never
things.
seen Game of Thrones, so it won't matter. This is a whole different show.
I'm just here to referee this conversation.
I watched one episode of Game of Thrones and I went, nah, that's not for me. Thanks, though. Y'all have fun with that. It just also, I've never seen anything go from being cultural phenomenon. Gotta watch it live every week to we don't talk about that instantly.
Well, and
what's the opposite of zeitgeist?
I don't know what they did in that final season because I didn't watch the show.
That final season didn't happen, Marcus. You have been lied to if you think that there was a final season because
it was like Discovery in reverse. Discovery's been getting better. Game of Thrones did one of these.
It is the season that we do not talk about.
Like we do not go to that plane crash. They haven't found the black box yet.
Right, but that's just for the last season. Maybe the last 3.
If it was just the last season, how come nobody talks about the first few seasons of it? Nobody says, why don't you just watch it till season 6 and then just walk away?
I have said that.
Yeah, plenty of people say that. I think you have to sit through the whole thing. It's the ending is not as fulfilling as people would want it to be.
Look,
why would I do this?
You got to be there.
Rhonda says, watch it.
I have 600 hours of Star Trek sitting right there. I could be watching.
Yeah, but you've seen them all.
No, I have not. Actually, I'm watching the animated series right now. Oh. It's interesting.
The animated series from 19...
Yeah. 73, 72, 73. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's an Uhura episode in there you need to see.
There's just more consuming Are you the viewer now? Just consuming
Yeah, I think I am.
and spitting out the stuff you don't like, Marcus.
Right.
Is that what's
There is-
happening right now?
I agree to the skewering that I'm taking. Yes.
Okay. On that note, Game of Thrones next week. Please join us. Marcus, do you have anything going on that you want to tell people about before next week, or for the next couple of weeks? Because you're not going to be on to talk about
No.
Game of Thrones.
I'm not going to be on.
Apparently.
Lower Decks is right there. You want to talk about something new?
So good. It's really good.
Lower Decks
Season
came
3
out?
premiere is coming up. So that's
Oh,
what I'm looking
okay.
forward to.
All right.
But like my actual work, no, nothing to talk about yet. So
Marcus has a project that he can't talk about, and
boy, no, when I can talk about it, it'll be the only thing I'm talking about for a while. So you won't have to ask me about it.
all right. Desmond,
Hi.
do you have anything going on we should know about?
Just trying to convert every black person or person of color I know into D&D players. That is my mission in life. Come check me out. Learn D&D on Discord.
Okay. AfroCon, October 7th and 8th. The Woman King, September 16th. And then there's so much after that, but I'm just going to lay those two things down right now. So get ready.
All right.
Rhonda, call me. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Take care, y'all.